In Job 42, God is angry with 3 of Job's friends, and he says to them twice, "You have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has." Well, what is it about Job's friend's speech that God does not accept? What is it about Job's speech that God does accept? After all, Job's friends sometimes say things about God that are true, and Job sometimes says things about God that are not true. So it's not the rightness or wrongness of the facts that is characterizing whether God accepts it or rejects it. Now, Job's friends care a lot about their theology, and a lot of the problem in the book is they care about their theology more than they care about Job. That leads them to make assumptions about Job that are not true. It leads them to say things about God that are not true. They criticize Job for his speech, the same speech that God here says he accepts. Job, on the other hand, does say things he shouldn't say. But Christopher Ansberry suggests the difference is Job speaks to God. Now, Ansberry supports this by putting a lot of weight on a fairly flexible Hebrew preposition, but I think his point is correct, and the book as a whole supports that. We see Job bringing his sadness and grief and anger and questions and doubt to God directly. His hope is that God is going to show up and engage with him and execute justice for him, basically. And that is what we should really admire and seek to imitate about Job's character. He doesn't run from God. He runs to God in the midst of all he's gone through. He says some pretty sharp things. We shouldn't blame him for that, given all he's been through. But he presents what he's feeling to God. He laments, and lament honors God when it's presented to God. We see this a lot in the Psalms as well. Job and the psalmists are willing to say things to God that some of us might be hesitant to. But those words are written in Scripture. God invites us to bring what we're feeling to him, to ask him questions, to engage with him, to wrestle with him. And if he's true, if he's there, we should expect that he'll answer. And Job gives us a picture of his answer, of his response, and of him honoring Job's honesty, integrity, and faithfulness.